Hello everybody, it's me Gracie from the YouTube channel GracieBug, and today I'm very excited because I'm going to make basically a full tutorial of Tinkercad and what you can do in it. So you start off with this work plane. Okay, and what you do is to start off you can just drag out a shape, a box. There's also these hole shapes, but we'll get into those later. So you drag one out and you can press up and down to show more about it. You can change the color right here. It doesn't really matter what color if you're going to 3D print it because it matters what color filament you have. But first I'm going to show how to basically copy and paste. So first you select it by just clicking on it. And you go to here. It says copy. You can also, I guess you can also do Control V and Control C and Control V. But this is how I've been doing it. So you press copy and then you go here. And this is paste right here, this clipboard one. So you paste it, and then you can simply just drag out your second one. That is how you copy and paste. It is very easy to do. And just so you know, this is how you kind of navigate your work plane. You select and unselect things with the left button on your mouse, and then with the right button you kind of can drag around and look at things from different angles, which is very helpful. And to zoom in and zoom out, you use the middle scroller on your mouse. So it's pretty simple. I'm pretty sure a lot of things work like that. So now I'm going to show you how to mirror. This is pretty important. I definitely have used the mirroring tool before, so I get an exact replica for the other side. Okay, so I drag out a shape, another shape. This is just going to help to see how it's actually working. So, you can make it smaller, and then you put it here. And before I kind of show you how this works, how the mirroring works, there's another really important thing that we should probably learn first. And this is grouping. So what you do to group is you press the left button on your mouse and you hold it and then you drag it. And it selects two shapes at once. Then if you go up here, you'll see that there is a group button. So you want to press that. And now they're grouped. So this is what you need to do in order to mirror it. You need to group things together. And if I have two balls like this, even though they're separate, I can still just group them together by holding down my left button and dragging over them. And then I press group up here. So these are still grouped. And what that means is I can move them together. Really simple to group. You just gotta use that button. So now I'll show you what I think is actually a really cool feature. This is mirroring. So you just press the left and select it like normal, or since this is one piece, you can just press it with the left button, and you press this up here, which is mirror. And we want to mirror it this way. So what that does is now it is mirrored the other way. It is just the opposite. So that's really cool how you can do that, because it really helps if you want to change up some things and if you want a symmetrical figure, like two arms on one thing. Now I'm going to get into the holes. This is another cool part that is definitely necessary to use, kind of, because it helps you make cool things. So we can drag this into here, this other shape, but up here we're going to make it a hole. So it's a hole now, and it doesn't look like much now, but we select them together. Oh, I forgot this is also grouped, but we select them together, the hole and the solid object. And we group them. Now, it takes a little while to load, but it's done, as you can see now. And now there is a hole in this. It kind of looks like a bead, almost. But now there is a hole. I must admit, I don't like the maneuvering features, the view features, how you drag and move like this, because it is very hard to use, I find. It's not the easiest thing. It definitely, the depth perception fools me up a lot. but it still is a pretty good program. I also really want to show you the scribble tool. This isn't much. I mean, I wouldn't really find myself using this unless you wanted to print out a signature or something, or, you know, something like that. So you drag it out, and then it brings you into here. So left click with the left clicking on your mouse and holding, you can draw something. Like I'll draw a smiley face. And then you press done right over here in the bottom right hand corner. Now you have your own shape that you just drew. This might be cool for artists or people who really like to draw, so they can make their own thing. I mean, it's not the best tool, I wouldn't say. It's just, I just don't find myself using it a lot. Unless you want to do like a signature or a very precise drawing that you're good at. This might, now I'm going to show you one of, I think it probably is my favorite feature. I really like this. My favorite feature. So, what you're going to do is, see how this in here might not look very centered. This is called the Align tool. Oh my goodness, I just love this tool. So you drag out a block, or anything, any shape. Okay, so we have that. And say we want to put a cylinder right in the middle of it. First, let's shrink the cylinder down a little. And I'll show you a really cool way to shrink it. You can just type in numbers, like if I want this 10, then press enter. You just left click, backspace, do the number, and then press enter. And then it makes it that dimension, which is just really useful. I honestly use it quite a bit. I want to make this, wait, no, not 15, wait, we want to make this like 25 right here. Okay, this just really helps me a lot. It makes it look a lot more professional, because see, somebody might have it like that, but say that's not really what you're going for. You want it to look very neat. So you just left click and drag over the two objects, and you go up here that says align. You press it, and it will help you align it in the perfect center. I mean, I will say it does not work perfectly. There have been instances where I've been using this tool and I really know that it's a bit off. I know it's not just my eyes, because you can really tell that it's like a bit off. But you can move it around by just clicking on it and using the arrows, the arrow keys on your keyboard. So it's really cool how you can do that. It's just a really cool thing to use. Now, of course, this is probably a pretty simple one that all of you guys might know. If you click on it and you press backspace, it will disappear. And if you click on it and you press delete, it will disappear too. It's very simple. I know I didn't really cover duplicate and repeat, because I'm not totally sure what that is. But there still is a couple more things that you can do. You go up here and you press this one that looks like a Minecraft pickaxe. Takes a little while to load. It shows you what your thing might look like in Minecraft, and it shows what blocks it would be. It's just kind of like a little preview of what it look like in Minecraft. I don't know. I think you actually may be able to print like how it looks in Minecraft. I'm not totally sure. But you can also do it in Legos too. Oh, and I wanted to know up here, you can change it if you want. This is like low quality design, right? It's like not very detailed. You can press here and it'll be a little bit more quality. And here it will look a lot better. Like, see, this kind of looks like the smiley face. I mean, it's not perfect, but if you just do it here, there's just like two dots. So, yeah, and then you press here to go back. And so I think that is basically it, except there's just a little bit I want to show you. These are all these different, like, kind of designs that you can use. So you press this basic shapes, and then you can do text and numbers. I really like this text tool. So you drag it out, and you go here to see more about it. You delete the word text. It'll still show a T because it needs to show something there for right now, but you can do numbers, 1, 2, 3. You can do GracieBug. I added an exclamation point. And then you can add in these like letters if you want to make something just with like a letter. I have made this dice that has all of us kids' initials. So for me, Dominic, Annie, and Sophie. And then there's 2 stars that mean roll again. And Daddy calls it the chore die. It's basically a die that like says what chore you do. So say somebody needs to take the compost out. You roll it. And then if it shows Annie, Annie has to take the compost out that night. So, like, you can just make a lot of really creative things, and you scroll down to the bottom, and you can press this arrow, or you can press this number 2, and you can select there. I also want to show you this Osmi, no, I didn't mean to press that, this Osmi Hangout space. You can, like, make a little doll house. Like, my sister, I might make one for her. Both of my sisters, because they like playing with dolls, and sometimes that's pretty fun too. So like there's like seats on the couch. I actually kind of made a little replica of our couch. We never printed it out, but it's basically our couch because you know it just looks pretty cool, I think. There's also benches and stuff, and there's characters. I really like this one. I made my sister Annie a little bunny Easter egg that has like glasses and like these 2 hands, and it just looks really cool. It's creative. She loves it. I actually made her a big one and a small one. We printed them out, but there's just these different glasses. If you like blind bag figures, you can take out this Astrobot, which I have used before. I really like this Astrobot, and you can customize it. You can add a little hand on it. You do have to raise it up by clicking on it and then using this arrow and dragging it up. But you can really just customize your own figure and print it out, and you can have like a little blind bag. It's just really cool. But you do have to play with the depth perception because you need to make sure that it's on your character, which I'm not the best at yet, I must admit. But I mean, I am getting used a bit up. See, it made it look like it was there. In the beginning, I did get frustrated because like of the depth, and it was just really hard for me to see. But now I'm actually pretty good. Like I create my own things all the time, and I just really like how you can do that. If you go to making at home, there's some like things that you might find in your house, like a cardboard tube, which is obviously not going to be cardboard when you print it out, but like little penny, you can make pretend coins for your younger sibling. And then if you go to the next one, there's a dowel. But then you can also go to featured, or you can go to all and see these different things. There's like a lot of cool things. Like, see, like, circled text like this. A QR code. You can make a QR code, which is really cool. My brother has done it before, but it didn't really turn out when we printed it because he did it way too small. But it's just a really cool thing to do. A pie chart, braille generator. I've used it before, never printed out with it, but there's just all kinds of cool things. There's like one more thing that I want to show you though. That is this ruler. You can kind of measure things, you just gotta drag it out. And you can kind of like measure distances. I haven't really used this a lot. But see, you can like measure things. I haven't used it like I said. But I mean, I definitely could find instances where this might be useful for somebody. And then to get it off, you just press dismiss ruler. Yeah, okay, and then you can press home, and that just kind of shows the main view of how it started. Like, because sometimes it's hard to get the view right, how you want it. And then you can kind of drag this little cube up here around. And then you can zoom in, zoom out with those. And then this makes it look a bit different. I don't know. It just doesn't look as good to me. But it comes with a dice. This is a really good die. It's good that it has the rounded corners like that, so you can actually make it roll. This just has a lot of cool things to do. And this show all, I don't really exactly know what it is, but there's one thing I want to show you still, and it's this. So, this cylinder, it used to be orange, and I made this green. But if I want this one to still be orange while having it grouped, for like a presentation idea, so it's easier to see, you can press multicolor and it'll go back to its original colors like this. I have done a cell project, like an animal cell, and I made it in Tinkercad and I 3D printed it for my project. It's like a little one. It was pretty good. Like, I designed it all myself with the little mitochondria and everything. It just, I mean, it looks really cool. You can do a lot of cool things if you keep practicing with it. Like my siblings, sometimes they do it. They're not the best yet because they haven't used it a lot, but they are getting to use it a little bit better. Now, of course, you can name it by going here, and this is what we're just working on, and we go to settings, and we go to name it. We're going to name this video, because this is in my video. So we press save changes, and we X out of it right there. And now you have it named, and once you name it, it will be saved, so you can press here to go back to the home Tinkercad screen, the dashboard. I'm pretty sure that's all for now. I'll see you guys next time. Tell me in the comments if there's anything that I haven't really covered. I know I haven't really covered this one. But I will look into it and maybe I can make another video separately on that. But just tell me if you need any help with anything and I can make another video about this. Or if there's another software that you'd like me to try out. This is the only one I have right now. But if there's another one, just say something in the comments. I will do it. Please share this video with your friends and please subscribe. It helps me know that you guys like this channel. And like it if you like this kind of content, because I would really appreciate that. And please check out Chipomite, which is my dad's channel for family fun. My brother has a gaming channel called Go Dominic. My sister, Annie, has this little channel called Annie Williamson. Also, check out our blog, The Parenthood Adventures. There's a link in the description, like always. That's all for now, I guess. I will see you next time in another really cool video. Be sure to stay tuned. Bye!